Hey up guys, as you can tell, probably from the amount of ambient noise, we're back and we're not on personal mics. I'm here with Mr. Young today, Adrian, and we were going to go to Huttoft Bank, a known mark that I know how to fish, apparently. However, we've come somewhere to a new mark. So, I'll roll the credits, roll the start-up time lapse, and we'll have a chat. I'm not going to prolong this. I'll see you in a sec. Right guys, I don't know, to be honest. I've never looked at the bylaws for the crabs, and I don't even know. I'm sure you guys out there will be able to tell me. Sorry, just joining in mid-rant here. I'm not even sure that there is a size limit for shore caught. Don't know, I'll Google it in a bit. Do we have phone signal on this beach? Well, you wouldn't know, would you? No, there's no phone signal. Oh dear. Anyway, on this beach. Sorry guys. We are, where are we? I've forgotten where we are now. Sandilands, that's where we are. Which is somewhere between Sutton-on-Sea, which is there actually, I can see it, I think. I think that's the Sutton-on-Sea. Or is that Chapel Point? No, Chapel's that way, isn't it?
I have no idea. What are you asking me for?
Well, you're from south.
Yeah.
This is south.
No. Are we still north of the Wash?
Yeah, we're still north of the Wash, but we came south.
That's true. It doesn't apply like that.
I thought Southerners know everything to do with south.
Yeah. When you get south.
This is south.
No, this is just not quite north.
Not quite north. Yeah. Right, yeah. Anyway, we're here on Lincolnshire coast at Sandilands. Don't know the mark at all. The Bass Open was fished here, or the Links Bass. There was a bass match here midweek. Sorry, at the weekend. We are now midweek. This is Tuesday night. And it was a good match. There was some good fish pulled out. We were originally, like I said, we were planning on going to Bonkers Bank, but with the rain, with myself and Adi not being too light on our feet, shall we say, we opted that that would be a treacherous walk and that we would come here instead. Oh, I wish I had the camera pointing that way then. Oh, yeah.
I was just demonstrating lightness on my feet.
You were demonstrating lightness on your feet, were you? Don't see many ballerinas in wellies. In fact, you don't see many 7-foot ballerinas in wellies.
Right, where was I?
Retired. Yeah, I will get through this. So yeah, know nothing about the mark. I have spoken to George from Anglers and Danglers about this mark before, and he says just fish straight in front of where you join onto the beach. That's what we've done. I have sent out a bit of a mixture. I've sent out straight squid, squid and black, squid and mackerel, and they're on a 3-hook, 2 up, 1 down, which actually, I don't know if it's wave noise because it's really close in, but has actually been showing a bit of interest. And then I've just launched a peeler crab quite far out. I'm not sure if smoothies come onto this beach at all, and the sea state really, it's not very bassy at all either. It's very flat calm. We've set up in front of a place where there is a bit of movement in the water, but it's not much. I'll show you the sea state in a minute. It is very calm. So I'm hoping actually on the close-in rig, I'd love a ray. I don't care whether, I don't care whether it's that big or that big. I'd just love to bring a ray in. You know me, a fish is a fish, whether it's a tadpole or a personal best fish of a lifetime. I'm happy either way. So yeah, what I'll do today, I'm not doing the constant filming. I know you guys like it, and you know, it's great and all that, but just the time it takes to get those videos edited and uploaded, I can't do it every time. So today we're going to be doing the time lapsing, with a bit of chill out music. And unless the fish start coming in, there's going to be a lot of it, so apologies, or not, as the case may be. We're the only ones on the beach, but that's not to be unexpected for a Tuesday afternoon before a bank holiday. The weather, the reason, the sort of, because I mean, we've really thrown this together, haven't we, Eddie? Did I contact you yesterday about coming fishing today? Yes. Yeah. We really have thrown this together. The hope is, kind of still, to be able to go fish on the Holderness coast with Shane, Jimmy. In fact, I'll give them shout outs now. Shane, the Holderness Cod Father. These are other YouTube channels. I do suggest you go check them out. Shane, the Holderness Cod Father. Jimmy, Cod Bites. So it's, yeah, the Holderness Cod Father, Cod Bites, Levo's Fishing Adventures. Hopefully get Bogue UK out. Although I know it's sort of coming up to the outdoorsy 4x4 season for them, so getting them out is a bit difficult. And who else was going to be there? Taxi Dave, hopefully, although by his own admission, come summertime, he's a fair weather fisherman. I've got to say, I can't blame him, but I mean, it's supposed to be. In fact, I'm not going to say what it's supposed to be because it'll jinx us, but there's a reason the shelter's up behind me. Yeah, the hope is to go fish on the Holderness coast with them at the Runnels, hopefully, or Dimlington or somewhere like that the weekend. But the weather forecast is horrific. Currently, the weather forecast is showing 20 to 30 mile an hour onshore winds, gusting up to 40 miles an hour. Now, I have fished in those conditions before. I'm not in any rush to do it again. You know, if I was nipping half an hour down the road, it'd be a different story. We're driving 2 hours, excuse me, driving for 2 hours to go fish those guys, to fight against horrendous conditions. As much as I love fishing with them, it's just, I can't do it. I can't do it. So that may well still happen. It's just dependent on weather. And what that does, and hopefully we'll have Marcus with us again as well, because I know he's eager to get back out fishing again, so hopefully we'll have Marcus with us then as well. Anyway, I've waffled on for long enough. I'd just like to welcome, there has been another influx of subscribers, so I would just like to take a couple of just a minute now just to welcome the new subscribers. Say hi, welcome, glad you could join us. Welcome to One Man and His Rod. Brain's really not working today. Where I chronicle my fishing journey. It's not a catch report video channel. You won't see a fish after fish after fish after fish. I've only been fishing just over 18 months now. So I invite you to come and learn along with me and listen to my rants and ramblings and my nonsense. Join in the conversation in the comments below. If this is the first time you're here, hello, welcome to you also. You know, if a casual chill out fishing channel is what you're looking for, you've found it. If that subscribe button is red down in the corner, please do press it and turn it grey. Press the bell if you'd like to be notified of when I upload. I don't have a regular upload schedule. I try to get one a week out, but it doesn't always happen, as I'm sure seasoned fishermen will tell you. Sometimes the conditions are just not in your favour. Sometimes it's just not going to work. I think I am going to end up having to put on the personal microphone, because if the weather forecast does what it's supposed to do, then the onboard one is not going to be suitable. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. It is nice to have the sounds of the sea. Tell you one thing that's weird about being here compared to Bonkers Bank. There's no birds. It's silent apart from the sea, isn't it? Weird. The birds are so loud down there because they're some sort of marsh warbler or something. I don't know. They're flappy things with wings.
They got all skylarks.
Skylarks, is that what they are? They make a lot of noise.
Philistine.
You know, I love a great tit, but you know, that's on a different type of bird. See, both rods are getting twitchers. Both rods are getting twitchers. Anyway guys, yeah, I'm so close to that 1,000 mark. If you could press subscribe, if you've made it this far into the video, please do press subscribe, please do press that like button, please do comment down below, join in any conversation. There's links to the Facebook page, there's links to those other YouTube guys. I'll talk to you in a bit. Here we go, guys. First fish of the session. It's a doggy. It's desperately trying to wrap me up. Doggy, a little bit of blood on it, but it was caught hooked in the corner of the mouth. So, oh, it's opened its eyes, look. Don't often see them open their eyes. I'll have to review the video, but I never saw that bite. Unless it just kept lifting it. I kept checking it. I'll show it video, I've checked the bait 3 or 4 times. And then it just kept coming in. Hey. So yeah, we're off the mark, we beat the blank. For you, I don't know, that might be 10 minutes into the video. For me, we've been here nearly 2 hours. To be honest, it's turned into a bit of a pleasure session really. Not changing baits as regular as we should. And just chilled out. But I had no idea that fish was on. I had no idea that doggy was on. I'll have to go back and review the footage, but I never saw a bite. There was lots of little bits of movement, but nothing I would class as a good firm bite. So I just decided to check it. I thought it's a squid, you know, we'll have a look. You know, end of the day it's a squid, I can recast it if there's nothing on it. But for all intents and purposes, Adrian and I had said numerous times, it's got to be crabs, because it was just little movements. But that was a good, what, 40-45 centimetre doggy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once you you know,
Yeah.
once you uncoil them, they're big fish once you uncoil them, aren't they? So that was great, that was lovely. But it didn't until I got it into the I say shallows, I don't know what this beach does. I think it just drops off like that. Until I got it to about 10 foot away from me, it was just coming straight in like there was nothing on it. It just occasionally went heavy, so we live and learn. But that was a great fish, great catch. We're off the mark. The rod's going again, but I'm going to change the bait on the. Oh no, shall I? No, yes. I'm going to change the bait on the bent banana. So I'll pop you back on time lapse so you can see everything because it's a wider angle, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, I don't know if it's going to show up in the time lapse, guys, but sort of a few seconds before I've turned the time lapse off, there was a stonking bite, but there was nothing on it when I reeled it in, and the entire head of the squid was gone. I've taken off the flapper rig, the 3 hooks, because it was just not getting touched, not in the slightest. The only bait on it that was being touched was the squid. Everything else was being left completely alone, which I personally find peculiar. I don't, you know me, limited experience and all that. The one issue I'm now having, and I've got the 2 soft tips on, I don't have a power tip on, so the rod shouldn't be lifting the weight, but more so on the pen rod, not on the Vega Asuka, but on the pen rod, it seems to be, I can put a slight bend in the tip, and then it's slowly coming back up, which is kind of what happened when I had that doggy on. But I mean, it's got another 5-10 minutes, approximately 1 cup of tea's worth, and then it'll be coming in. I'll send a fresh squid on it anyway, but literally no other baits getting touched. Nothing else for me has been touched. No fish baits, no worm baits, no crab baits, just not getting touched in the slightest. The only hooks that have been stripped, the only bait that's had any attention has been squid. So that's pretty much what I shall convert over to. I shall stop sending the expensive £1 a cast crabs and start sending the 10p a cast squid. Why not, eh? Why not? Still enjoying using the multiplier. So far, touch wood, haven't bird's nested it. I'm not casting as well with it today as I was the other day. I suspect it's because I've been very lazy and not washed my gear out. It does sound like there might be some sand in there, and it probably is a real good service. So I'm going to have to try and get a blow apart diagram for it, strip it down, give it a clean out, some fresh grease. But I am still enjoying using it, and it seems to work just fine on the Vega Asuka, casting wise, so I see no real need to buy a new rod with any sense of urgency, although I have been looking at the Leader Icon Sports, been looking at maybe picking one of those up for it. I'm still keeping my eye out for a Ziplex or a Century blank that is in need of attention, that needs recoating, even re-eyeing. I'd love to have a go at all that. So if you do have one you want rid of, I think, was it BSM Ziplex GSM I was told to look at? So if you do have one that you want rid of, that's in a sorry state of repair, could do with rebuilding, because I'd love to rebuild one in my channel colours. Do let me know in the comments below, or go to my channel page, click on about, and you can get my email address there. To send me an email direct if you don't want to make it known publicly, or you can message me direct on Facebook, Russ One Man. You can find me there as well, or leave a message in the group. There's a link in the channel in the video description to the Facebook group where you should be able to pick me up and send me a message. So if you do have one, do hit me up. Maybe I can come and meet you, maybe depending on where you are we can have a session together, and then and take the rod and get it and have a go at rebuilding it. But Adrian and I have just been discussing, because obviously Adrian's not local, I know nothing about this mark. This is my first time on this mark, but I would love to know whether it's a flood, ebb, high water, how much time you get either side of high, because for convenience it's got to be one of the most convenient marks. So we've parked in the council car park. It's £2 for the day, free after 6 p.m. Parked in the council car park. You walk up a ramp, up a couple of flights of stairs. You're on the beach. It's a lovely clean beach. I would imagine it gets a little touristy, looking at all the beach huts behind us. Ooh, is that the first bit of attention to a crab bait? Slight little twitch on the Vega, on the yellow rod. What was I saying? Yeah, if you know this mark, I'd love to have a discussion with you in either in the comments or message me direct on Facebook, because I'd love to know more, because it's such a convenient and easy mark. The drive here is a bit of a pain in the ass because there's no motorway way that from our side of things. So, but you know, it's by no means a far drive, it's just a slow drive. And as per usual, when you're coming out into the sticks, you always get stuck behind somebody doing 20 mile an hour on a national speed limit road. But hey, it is what it is, isn't it? You know. Oh, we got a rainbow. Aidy's gone over to the tactic of sending bait out so big he's hoping to club the fish to death.
It worked for the submarines in World War II.
It worked for the submarines in World War II. It did. There's a bit of a difference between a whole bluey and a depth charge, though.
You'd be surprised what I would put on mine next.
Oh, okay. Why, did you pack the belly of the bluey, did you?
Well, you know you said about PT and PETG?
Yeah.
I've got PETN.
I better take that bit out of the video, otherwise you're going to have the special branch coming and knocking on your door. But yeah, guys, I really need to hammer it home because I really would like to get over that 1k benchmark. If you're this far into the video, please do press that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, please do press the like or even the dislike button. And comment down below. Talk to me. This is a learning channel. It's been a while since I've actually said all this spiel in regularity on a video. It's a learning channel and I do appreciate constructive feedback, with regards to rigs, with regards to baits, with regards to what I should be fishing with this time of year. Do remember, this is only my second summer. So yeah, with regards to the videos, guys, I don't think I'm going to be maintaining a weekly schedule. Mrs. is back at work and she works every other weekend. She's a nurse, so she works every other weekend, which means that unless the stars align and the tides are right, and things like that, I can't get out midweek, or I certainly can't travel to a mark midweek. It's a bit easier in winter because you've got places like Immingham, North Wall that fish a lot better, but during the school holidays and things like that, fishing Cleethorpes Front is difficult. It's certainly difficult to film on. So and I personally, I know there's going to be a lot of fellas there who say, oh, well, you can still fishing Immingham Wall at this time of year, and yeah, you can, and there are areas of the wall that do still fish quite well, but I'd rather not. And long-time subscribers will know I would much rather be on a beach than on a coastal wall. I do want to head up to Bridlington. We might aim to do that just between the half term, which we are currently in, and the summer holiday. We might aim to get a trip up to Bridlington in I know you want to come, Alf will want to come. I'll probably, if we can try and do it over a weekend, we'll try and get Marcus as well, because it's another different type of fishing, isn't it?
What, harvest?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'd love to be able to do it when the mackerel are in. So we will wait and see on that. That is definitely on the agenda. I was speaking to Mick of Rod and Pollock's fame. I'm looking at maybe going up to Blythe again to do some mackerel fishing again, because that's great fun. That really is great fun. Tiring, but great fun. And this time, Mick, if you're watching, we ain't going drinking till 2 AM and then fishing at 4 AM. Not this time. Because I'll probably just come and do it as a day trip. I don't think I'll B&B it again. I do have a week booked off for my birthday, which is in mid-August. So hopefully we'll do a couple of trips in that week. I know the missus was trying to book some time off as well, but obviously it's my birthday, it's the youngest's birthday, so we'll have to wait and see on that. We'll have to wait and see. I said I was going to have a brew and then check these baits, didn't I? But I think, to be honest, it's going to be check these baits, recast, and then have a brew. But yeah, I'm off work from I think about the 5th of August till about the 14th of August. I think, somewhere around there. The full week anyway of the 10th of August, whenever that is. I'm off. So, you know, if you know of any particular area, especially sort of Bridlington or anywhere like that, that possibly could be fishing for mackerel, things like that, let me know. So I'd love to be able to take Rosa as well, because I think she would really enjoy mackerel fishing. I still want to go to another mark I've been told about, where I can do drop shotting, where I can do spinning, where I can do lure fishing, and where you can beach cast all in the space of one fishing session. That is definitely something that I want to look at doing. Well folks, just the one for me today it seems. It's not over yet, but I am on last cast. It just seemed to... It looked promising to start with. There was lots of knocks, lots of bites, lots of interest in the baits. Just like that. But then it's just died. It's just died a death. But as I said at the top of the video, I don't know much about this mark. It's one that I've wanted to come and see for a long time, and I would like to come with somebody who's more, you know, who knows the mark more than I. So I figure out if that's gone slack. Hang on. The tide does seem to hang about for an awful long time. Oh, if the rod tips are in shot here, let me just check, because they're banging like mad. But I guarantee that if I reeled them in, there's nothing on them. I think we are now getting some really big waves, so I'm thinking it's just wave noise. But those the knock on the green rod that I noticed that at the corner of my eye didn't correspond to a wave. But I've just used up the last of my black worm, some sand eels, a couple of pieces of squid. I've put the 3-hook rig back on because I've got to say, as much as you guys know I love trident tackle, and I do, but I think it's either a mixture of sand and the hook size, because this is quite a thick gauge hook for this crab hook. It's quite a thick gauge hook. So that last cast was just the last straw. It didn't release, and then when I brought it in, the bait was just completely stripped. Well, not completely stripped, but has clearly been savaged by something. So in this instance, you know, I'd be quite confident in saying that in this instance, and it's the first time in a lot of time, that the tackle could have cost me a bait, could have cost me a fish, because I'm using quite a heavy gauge hook. It's a Cox and Roll crab hook. It's a 2.0, and it just didn't release. It just didn't release from the roto clip on the weight there. So this one time, I can really concisely say that that cost me a fish. I had seen a couple of little knocks on it, but obviously if the hook hadn't released, you know, for the amount of time the bait was out there, if it had been crabs, it would have been completely stripped. Because I have been very lazy with my rebaiting today. I have. But once again, there's definitely something. It's not correlating. The knocks on the rod isn't correlating to the waves hitting the line. And it's just been one of those sessions again. I think it's just lots of sniffing. That was wave. That one wasn't. There's lots of sniffing going on. That was wave. Maybe. You guys that have stuck around to the end, you'll have to let me know if you would have struck into one of those. Although I suppose you can't see the water, I can. And I'm pretty sure that that's just wave noise. But I'm gonna start packing down and pack the shelter down. Start tidying up, get ready to go. This is last cast, so unless something miraculous happens, the next thing you'll see after this short, probably, time lapse will be an outro, and hopefully this will be quite a quick video that I can turn around and get out to you guys quite quickly. I'm hoping to get out again at the weekend, but the weather reports are not good. For the entire of the East Coast, there's a 20 to 30 mile an hour onshore wind, which is as close as, damn it, unfishable. Combine that with cold, wet weather. I don't really fancy it, to be honest. I'll be brutally honest, I don't really fancy it. I'm not a fair weather fisherman. I've been out in all weathers. One of the first times me and you met up, that was that stormy day on Easington.
Yeah.
And that was one hell. I mean, we were casting into an actual storm then.
20 miles an hour, you said, offshore? Onshore?
Onshore. It was easy 20 mile an hour.
No, I mean the forecast.
Oh, the forecast, what, for that weekend?
For this weekend coming.
For this weekend coming is 20 to 30 onshore. And that's not the gusting forecast, that's the wind.
That's not pretty much impossible to fish. That's unfishable.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully the forecast will change. Hopefully I can still get out.
I won't.
But no, you're fortnightly kind of, aren't you?
No, I'd like to be more than that, but I just haven't got the...
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to get out this weekend, but it's going to depend on weather. It is going to depend on weather. We'll just have to wait and see. That's all I can say. That is all I can say, guys.
I have no idea if you're aware of this, but Russ is...
What are you going to say about me?
Shut up.
Okay.
Russ is one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. And I've met a few as well. I think what people don't understand is the effort that this guy puts into the films that he produces for people like yourselves to watch. And everything he does, you get to see for free. But he doesn't do it for free because it costs him money. I know this because I keep subsidising him. Oh, mate, oi, you.
What?
Take your bloody yellow rod now.
Why?
Because of that.
That's not much of a bite. That's tide noise.
It was bouncing up and down. It was up and down like a horse draws. Anyway, so do him all a favour and subscribe. Because I think he makes it worth it. He earns your subscription, you know. It's not like he says, come on, now do it straight off. It's always at the end-ish. And he's entitled to that, I think. He works hard enough. And if you don't, I'll have to unsubscribe and then resubscribe again so that he gets over the 1,000. But I'm not sure it works like that. And you can edit that if you want to. I don't care. It was doing this.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, I don't know how much of that long rant is going to be left in. We'll have to wait and see. But thus endeth my time at... I've forgotten where we are again. Where am I? Sandilands. Just the one for me today. I am 99.9% sure that I missed a few. Through one thing or another. I know I missed a few, especially on that last cast. I think if I'd have struck into them when Eddie was saying that there was knocks on them, I think I might have landed something. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. I'm not a machine. I'm here to pleasure fish, and sitting on my box staring at a rod tip for 8 hours, or in this case 4 hours, it's not about all about that for me. I enjoy the social aspect. I enjoy chatting. I enjoy meeting people. So yeah, it's not all about that for me. But guys, that's it. That's it from me today. We're going to get the camera packed down. We're going to get off home. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think it's going to turn out to be quite a short video. So from me and Eddie, it's goodbye for now. Stay safe, tight lines. I'll catch you next time.